Hi all, hope you're having a good day. This is a video to show you how to use Google Forms in your family survey. The first thing you'll want to do is go up to the Apps menu on your Chrome browser. Once you have clicked on that, go to Google Forms if you have it loaded. If you haven't had this loaded, you'll have to go to the web store and download or get access to Google Forms. But here's where I'm going to go is to Google Forms. And once I go there, I'm going to select a new form. My first step is always to title my form so that I know what I'm looking for. And I'm going to title this Family Survey. Family Survey, and I'm going to hit Return. And it should give me access to that. Now you'll notice what we have here is a little bit of a question area for asking questions, the title of the survey. Up here we can change the background on the survey if I want to change the color from purple to bright pink and red. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a background picture on it. I really like guitars, so I'm going to go ahead and put a guitar up there. Now, once I set this, one of the preferences that I want to make sure that I allow is I don't want to limit my surveys to one response per person. Somebody might want to fill in several responses. They could fill in all the birthdays or the ages for everybody in their family. So don't make sure that limit to one response is not selected. You can we're not going to worry about collecting email addresses because we'll just ask them for their name. And respondents can edit after they submit. If they make a mistake, we want them to be able to go in and change things. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save after I make that one selection. The first question I'm going to ask is fill in your first and last name. And that's gonna be a short answer, and so I'm not going to change that. It just came up, recognize that that's what I wanted, and that's okay. When I want to add another question, I go to the plus sign here, and it'll add a question. And so what's your current age? And we want that to be a short answer also. I'm going to ask another question is when is your birthday? And I'm going to let them fill in a date to that. And so I'm going to add one more question. What is the highest level of education you've earned? Now, what I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to actually make it a drop-down box, and I'll put in the choices that they can fill out. And so see, it'll have an option here. And since some of you may have young children filling this out, young family members, you might want to put down pre-K and kindergarten. Elementary school, middle school, high school, bachelor's degree, master's, bachelor's degree, master's degree, PhD, or have not started school. Okay, so once we have that, you have to choose three other variables, three other questions on your own. So you would add three more questions and fill in the appropriate type of question that it is before you send it out. Once you have the questions entered, you want to come up to the top of the menu bar and there's a send option. So we're going to send out this form to people, to family members, and we're going to send it via email. There's a few other options. If you know everybody through Facebook, you can send it through Facebook or through Twitter or through the Google Plus forum. So we're going to enter all the emails that we want to send this to in the email account. So I'm going to go ahead and start that. I'm going to send it to myself at my private email address. I will send it to myself on that email account. And I'm going to go ahead and title it, or Family Survey. And I'll ask people. And I'm going to go ahead and include the form in the email. I'm going to send that out. Now, once it's sent out, I'm going to go ahead and take a look in my mail now. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my mail app. And the survey will show up in people's email. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that out. So we'll fill this out in Google Forms. My first name is John Teeters. My current age is 29. My birthday is February 29th. Must be, I don't know, 1992? Something like that. What's the highest level of education I've earned? A bachelor's degree, and I submit. So you can see people can edit their response or submit another response if they have more than one family member that they are filling out the response for. Now, once we have that completed, once people have started to fill out their survey, one of the things that we can do is go to our Google form and take a look at that. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to Google Forms, and I'm going to choose my last survey that I was looking at. And what you'll notice is when I load that, I have questions up here, and I also have responses. So if I click on the responses, I can look at the results of my survey. And I can do that either as a summary, they'll give me a summary for all of those, or as individuals. If it gets to the point that I want to stop working on the data, I've collected enough data, I can click this toggle and it will allow me to close the form so that people can't submit the form. It'll also let me create a spreadsheet where I can look at and analyze some of my data, and you might find that helpful for calculating averages and things like that that we'll talk about in a later video. If you have any questions, go ahead and send them to me or ask me in class. Thanks.